name is Dr. Feng Su. I originally from mainland China. At the moment I'm working at Liverpool Hope University as a lecturer in education. I think at the beginning of it I was very excited about living in the UK in general, but after a while you started to feel a kind of the loneliness kind of a sense, and then you need to figure out a way of getting on with your life here. I think that took me a while to get to a kind of stage where I am at the moment. I think that's a very important part of it, a part of settling down here, these practical matters. In China, I thought about it. I thought I planned it well already, but when I arrived, actually things turned out not as I planned. Particularly, for example, where to live and what you need to do. For example, what tax you need to pay. For example, the council tax, which is a new concept for me at the time. In China, you do not pay the council tax, and there isn't such a thing. So I kind of got help from the institution and international student support unit, which I found very helpful to get that. And as you know, as an international student at the time, and many of us would work, so I have to get the national insurance number, which I kind of took some of my own initiative to find out where to get one. Took a while, but I got there. And opening a bank account, fortunately, and I opened a bank account before I even got here through an international bank, so it's not too bad. So when I arrived, I immediately get a local account opened, so which wasn't too bad. I never thought, you will miss your family and friends so much. Initially, I thought that shouldn't be a problem. As a mature student, mature master degree student, it shouldn't be a problem. But when you arrived after a while, and then you start to realize, this how important those relationship with your family and friends was. So that took me a while to adjust to that. So that's the kind of thing I think I was dealing with. For the education system aspect, I think it wasn't too bad for me, because before I start my professional life here, and I started here for a few years, I completed my PhD in the UK, so it was quite a good the transition for me of understanding what is the kind of English higher education is like, and also how it works. So it wasn't too bad. I think more the shocking aspect for me is about a different way of working with students. Different way of working with students. In China, as you may know, we respect lecture a lot. As a consequence, we expect the lecturers to tell us what to do, and in terms of assignment and everything. So there's probably a little bit lack of initiative, to get on with work. We expect lots of guidance from the lecturers. Here it seems like it's different. Seems like students, if you tell students exactly what they need to do in terms of the task, they will get on with it. They seem like to not bother to come to seek advice or help in the process for doing that, which is brilliant. I found, and that's brilliant. That works very well for when you come to a new environment, working in the new context. How do you see yourself? It's about your own positionality. How do you see your identity of it, while maintaining your origin, which is quite interesting. And how do you cope with that? Cope with you probably having a second identity as a Chinese and working in the the English or Welsh or Scottish educational context, which is quite interesting. The second one is mainly about the challenges you reflect on, including language, including even adapting to the local life, and also how to work with those and staff from different cultural background. I think that's the second, the theme about challenging of working in a new environment. The thirdly, I think, is about saying and how fulfilling of working in the new environment. It's not just challenges. Actually, we discovered working in the new environment for our career, for our profession, is a very important aspect of the lifelong learning.